Hey, speaking of traveling, other means of transportation, the MTA locally, and our Tim Williams is located right now underneath one of the light rail cars.
Not the ideal position to be in under normal circumstances, Marty, as you can imagine. And I'll get our photographer Andre to just pan up. Let me show you how massive this thing is. Now, this is the front of this train, and this is called, from what I'm told, an articulated train. Now, just two trains together gives it a double length, but it actually is one length. It looks like two cars actually together. I'm going to get my friend Todd Sestero under here. Now, Todd is an electronic tech. He's been hanging out with us all day. Todd is an ET who actually hasn't phoned home in how long now?
About 16 hours.
16 hours. You've been here since last night. You think you might be going home now?
I think I might be going home. I hope so.
Okay, now you were telling us a little bit about this. Right now, this we've had a few mishaps. We've been standing under here. Snow has just kind of clonked us in the head. It's packed up here, very, very thick. Now, this thing weighs about 100,000 pounds or so, you said.
That's right.
And this really doesn't stop it under normal circumstances, but it can wreak havoc.
Yes, we have a lot of sensitive parts under here. Your braking, your motive power, which, you know, powers the car. It's all underneath here, and as I said earlier, it's very sensitive to this kind of stuff. So.
And show us what we're talking about here. Now, this is the braking system under here, and we want to still say though that this, although these are really fighting the snow, it is very safe to travel if you can get on.
If they're out there, they're safe.
Okay, and show us around here.
This is your braking system here. Part of your braking system. Up underneath, which you can't see, are the motors that make the train go.
And this, you're saying, is just packed. It's just caked in here.
Packed in here. This is where we have a lot of our trouble. Makes things freeze up, and we have to periodically bring them in to unfreeze them.
Okay, as we've been seeing, this stuff is just dripping constantly. It's just falling down in clumps.
Right.
Okay. Well, Todd, thanks. You get some sleep.
Thanks.
We may see you again. Hopefully we won't.
Okay.
Okay. As you said, Marty and Don, the train is up and running. There are about 8 trains along the system now. They're running from Timonium down to Glen Burnie, the Cromwell station. And if you can get on them, they're running with slight delays, but they are here. Back to you guys.
Okay, any idea how quickly that train will be back out on the track?
Back out, as a matter of fact, we plan on rolling this very train for you the next time you come out to us. So look ahead to that. And guess what? I might be driving it. So if you're out there and you're getting on a train, look to make sure you don't see this cab. You may want to wait.
If you're out there and you wait for that train, you say, Williams, flee for your run for your life. Light rail is open, but I think there's some delays involved. And we have Tim Williams standing by at the light rail maintenance facility just off of North Avenue. Tim.
Hey, well, you know what? First off, let me tell you that I made a promise that I intend to keep, and I told you I would drive one of these trains out. Now, granted, I can't take it to where I'd like to go, which is Florida. I don't think they have a connection that takes me to Jacksonville, but I will take this out. Now, Andre is our photographer today. He can show you the whole big picture. And I wanted to tell you, Don, I have a friend named Marty standing by with me. Marty Dolsky is a gentleman who works on these trains. Marty, tell me now, these things have been going, even in this snow, up to about 45 miles an hour.
Oh yeah, they've been actually traveling quite well. We've had no problem really in the snow. They've been moving well.
Really? Okay, now this, all I'm going to do here is, first off, I'm going to hit the bell. There you are. That's the bell. Of course, every little boy's dream is to drive the train. And let's say, push this down.
That's correct.
And put it in coast. And put it in full power. And Don and Marty, it looks like I'm driving the train on out of the garage here.
Very smooth, Tim. You're coming off of the lift. They put them on a lift. Imagine if you go to like a Jiffy Lube or a place like that, how the folks get under your car. They essentially work from underneath. That is what's going on at MTA. And Tim just stood on a brake for us right there.
And Tim, when you see the signs, Timonium Fairground go by, apply the brakes.
There we are.
That'd be the end of the line.
Tim, you're still moving this vehicle, aren't you?
Well, you know, I didn't say I could drive it. I didn't say I could drive very well. I just said I was going to drive it.
Well, you don't have to steer or anything, so you're doing quite well.
So I mean, are you okay? If your camera can pan to the left, I'm very curious. I mean, are you getting ready? Is this getting ready to move itself outside, or what is the story there?
I think
Tim is they're listening to instructions at the.
Actually, yeah, I just wanted to make sure I didn't drive it up TV Hill.
Okay.
But I am still here. I am still here.
All right, Tim.
Now,
listen.
what I can tell you though. I'm going to come back out. Thank you, Marty. What I can tell you is that this thing is very able and very capable of coming or being able to get out of, let's see, here we go. I'm coming out of the door. This is a little more than I thought it took.
My goodness. Oh, my.
All right.
Look at that.
Here we go. These things are very capable of moving through the snow very well, even with an operator like me.
But Tim, wait a minute, right behind you.
Actually, they are still running, as you mentioned. They're doing pretty well,
but
except
Tim,
I'm getting off now.
Tim, look at that snow. Can we move to your back up just a little bit? Look at that snow drift right outside of the garage door there.
We had to move around. We had to plow out in front of here just to be able to get our truck through here and for this garage door to open. Just right here at the door, I mean, you can see just here, Marty.
Sure.
Look at this. Now I have a walkie-talkie there that's about maybe a foot high. That's as high as the antenna. You know, I mean, this is pretty deep stuff here, and this is even after the train has moved through it. So you can imagine what these guys are facing all along the line. So, you know, you keep that in mind, and keep in mind how powerful these things are. I mean, you have a big project on your hand when you're driving these things through the city.
Well, I'm impressed that they're still running.
All right, Tim.
All right. See you guys later.
Yeah, we will definitely check back in with you. Wow, it's tremendous. That that what Tim just showed us there, this walkie-talkie, that's in protection of the building, by the way.
And an area that he said was plowed before.
Was plowed.
Yeah, so
blowing and drifting snow.
I'm impressed by two things. Number one, Tim is a motorman. Number two, the fact that he's been mostly inside since we've had him on the air this morning.